a unique cluster of polar bears on Wrangel Island. In mid-September, a large concentration of polar bears was found at the base of Mount Thomas on the western shore of Wrangel Island. Near the carcass of a whale and in the immediate vicinity of it nearly 200 predators gathered. How the Red Book animals share food and build relationships in what is the congregation of polar bears, said Nikita Ovsyannikov, Doctor of Biological Sciences, polar bear specialist, member of the ECMO polar bear team. A unique cluster of polar bears on Wrangel Island. In the distance, the white dots on the slope of Mount Thomas resembled a flock of sheep on a pasture. The books say that the polar bear is a solitary predator, wandering his life across the boundless drifting ice of the Arctic, therefore it is difficult to imagine polar bears gathered in a herd. However, this is the normal behavior of the beast in certain conditions. You can understand this only by specially studying the social life of polar bears. And for this you need to observe their life in the wild for a long time, without disturbing the animals and without disturbing their natural activity. Congregations, behaviorally structured clusters, of polar bears near a large source are not unusual occurrences. They have been observed before. Small congregations can be found even in the ice. However, for such an exceptionally high concentration of bears in a small area such as this, a special combination of environmental conditions was needed. With the disappearance of sea ice in the continental shelf in the Bering sector of the Arctic, polar bears of all demographic groups represented in the regional geographical population land on Wrangel Island. The carcass of the Greenland whale gathered around itself all, single males and females, adults and young, lonely bears and family groups. In the rightmost part of the frame is a family group with 4 young under-year cubs, one of which is adopted. In the cluster of polar bears around the carcass of a whale, 4 spatial zones are clearly traced. The first is the bears feeding on the carcass, they are close to each other, some in physical contact. The second is the waiting area of the queue. The third is a rest and digestion zone until the next feeding session.